All right, welcome back, traders. It is Tuesday, April 15, and the portfolios are down just slightly from the last recording. But look at the totals here, and it's almost like they've flip-flopped. But strategy now is up $1,800, where Tesla is only up $400. But we're up $2,200 total on these portfolios. So I have no worries at all. In fact, already today, things have been moving in the right direction, and hopefully we see a big green number come Thursday. But if we look at the challenge and how it's going here, 18% up on strategy. That actually is amazing compared to the underlying stock, which is only up 7.4%. Tesla, I'm still up 4% on the portfolio, even though Tesla has really not moved. So everything is working as expected. What I want to do is up the aggression a little bit on these rental properties. Right now we have very conservative property here in GME, and we have a very, I'd say, mid-level aggression on these long-term rentals with the Maris. So these are synthetics, these are shares, and I want to go all synthetics. The problem I have with GME and the problem I have with Mara is they're a little bit more unpredictable. The implied volatility is high, which has positives and negatives. So what I want to do, and I feel more comfortable being in IBIT right now if I take this more aggressive approach. But so the new approach is going to be to buy 6 calls of IBIT, and this is going to be kind of a calendar spread for you options traders. But the 45, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. I'm going to sell the 49. Think of this as a shorter term rental property, but it allows me to actually take a position that's more valuable, and then allows me to sell something that's more valuable as well. So where my theta, which is dollar value per day, was just 20 per day, $20, is going to go up to $66 per day. This will vary depending upon what time of the week we're in, and assuming that we take these weeklies. So that's kind of my goal here. And let me chart this for you. So I'm going to use option strat to chart this. But if we look at exactly these positions, we have 8:15:45 strike that we're going to be buying, and we're going to be selling this Thursday, 49. Only 2 days left on this one. So if the price closes at 49, we're good. That's probably the best case scenario. The price closes right around here, and we're going to profit at least $200 from 48.50 all the way to 51. So you see it trails off here, right? This 49 call that we're selling actually goes into the negative if the price jumps too high on us. So we don't want that either. We want price to just stay in this nice little comfy zone between 48 and 50. And then what happens is come Friday, we'll go ahead and sell another call close to the strike and collect even more money then. And then if we look at the Tesla and what we want to do here, we are actually going to strike out SMCI. I don't have the confidence to hold SMCI synthetics, and I'm looking for higher theta. So what we're going to do instead is I found a way where we can use Tesla exclusively. I didn't think we could afford this, but I'm going to try and squeeze this one in there. Tesla hasn't performed great compared to Bitcoin and strategy, so I feel very comfortable with taking this position. We're going to up the aggression as well to a 5, but we're going to get some serious premium on these particular short-term calls that we're selling. So here's let's say a mid-term rental that we're going to buy this Tesla, and we're going to sell these short-term Airbnbs. $460 we can collect just for 2 days worth. All right, it's time to get down to business. We are going to start with a Tesla account. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and close out everything here that you see at SMCI. So the good news is we are up $1,230 on this position, plus any previous profit and loss. So I think we've done great. Closing this out, we should have a little bit of extra money in order to invest into the new Tesla call. All right, so the best way to do this is go ahead and sell. We could actually sell both technically. Okay, so we are going to sell both of these at the same time. We're going to sell 200 shares, and we are going to buy back the 2 calls that expire May 2nd for credit of around $3,075. Okay, let's try this. And done. Filled at 330.78 actually. So that should be complete. Yep, takes away the SMCI. So now if we go into Tesla, what we want to do is buy the 240. Is that right? Yeah, we're going to buy the 240. So this is going to be our midterm rental. And we're going to go ahead and sell all the way up at the April 17 260. That's right here at the 410. Okay, so it says right here, it's going to cost $43.55 right now. It's just going up and down. I'm going to go ahead and push this through right now. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure we did this correctly. We now have a 240 synthetic call that's going to expire August 15, and now we have a 260 April 17th that's going to expire in 2 days. And the great thing about this is going to be we are gaining theta. Let's look at this real quick. All right, so looking at the theta here, now we are gaining 121 of total theta throughout the entire account. That's $121 in daily value, which is exactly the point here. If we were making, let's say 50 in premium value per day times 365, that's $18,000. We only put $10,000 in this account. This is where option sellers can really, really feast off of people that are in here just to gamble. All right, looking over our strategy, first off, we're going to go ahead and close these GMEs. And profit and loss from the open is 304. Yeah, we did really good on these. Could have done better, but we went pretty conservative. All right, these are the two positions we're going to close. We're going to do it at the same time, just like we did with SMCI. 24.88, something like that. Closing both at the same time. Okay, closing this out. Profit and loss is 222 on both of these positions. Ooh, slow down over there. Slow down. We'll do 22.65. Every dollar kind of counts here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel both of these, and we're just going to do them one leg at a time. We'll start with GME. We're going to close these Airbnbs first. So I need to buy back one at 207. Let's see if we can get that through. Very nice. You can see how fast that was, right? So the shares will be simple. We're just going to go ahead and close it right around market. That should go through right away as well. Done. All right, GME is complete. Moving on to Mara. Again, buy back the Airbnbs first. 0.84 right in the middle. Complete. And then the long-term rentals. That'll definitely go through. There it goes. Let's do this. So we're going to do IBIT. Go into trade. Options, we decided on August 15 at the 45 strike. So here we go. So 8.20, we could probably get in at 8.15 for a total of 48.90. That's about right. And push. I'll go ahead and do these separately. All right, that one's complete. Now we go straight to April 17. Price is 48.33. I'm going to sell at 49 for the 17th. Done. Okay. We have our new position set. This simplifies things. Instead of having two properties, two different tickers for my short-term rentals, we now have just IBIT. And I think IBIT's just an easier ETF to track. It's going to stay in sync with Bitcoin. And I feel very comfortable where Mara is just going to go up and down. GME, I felt was a good price to sell. So I feel good about releasing that one. Now we just sit and wait. If April 17th comes around, that's 2 days at the end of market. If it stays below 49, we get to keep this entire $245 in premium. This is a lot more than what we were collecting in the last week. So this is kind of the idea. If we can get 245 in premium value per week, then we are doing extremely well for this account. But both accounts are doing great. I'm super happy with how this challenge is going, and we're just gonna have to see exactly where we go from here. Well, that's it for today. If you like this content, do me a favor. This is the first time me asking. Go ahead and push the like and subscribe on YouTube. Please follow me on X as well. I post a lot of content that's completely different from what you see here. What will happen to these portfolios? Will those calls run away from me and give me a lot of work to do? So come back to see what happens. Thank you for watching, guys.